What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Gray Media. Josh here, letting you know that Hulu has way more horror hidden in its library than some of the other big-time streaming apps. For some reason, there are a lot of really good movies on Hulu. But when I first started trying to kind of dig through these things, there was a lot of crap. I did a top 10 of just the worst horror movies I've ever seen on Hulu. And then I changed my mind and I said, let's get into some of the gems. So let's break it down. Without further ado, man, Hulu, horror gems. There are some killer movies on Hulu. Let's go. Starting off our list with an absolute bang is a film from 2025, made in 2024. Nobody cares. We're talking about, of course, Strange Harvest. Now, listen, this is one hell of a good horror film. It's a little bit true crime. It's a little bit detective mystery. It's a little bit cosmic Lovecraftian horror. This has some of the most disturbing serial killer scenes I've ever seen, and I watch a lot of serial killer documentaries. Guilty. Like, almost daily sometimes. It's bad. When I'm into true crime, I can just go off on an absolute tangent and just watch it over and over and over again. And I absolutely love Strange Harvest, man. It is one of my favorite movies of the last year. It connects these two detectives who are trying to solve this crime in California, and they're following this serial killer who's leaving all these clues, and you get a little bit closer and a little bit closer each time. And as soon as you think you got him, of course this little bastard slips out, and it's got one of the best climaxes, one of the best endings. It gets a little bit ethereal, it gets a little bit out in the weeds, but I actually think that that's part of the best shit in this movie. I love Strange Harvest, man, and you do too. Check it out on Hulu.
Give me what I want, and I'll go away.
Stephen King's Storm of the Century.
Let's take a trip to the East Coast with Stephen King to one of my favorite miniseries that's not named it. We're talking about, of course, Storm of the Century. Now, this is an underrated story. It is a very, very long miniseries that I absolutely put on when I'm not feeling well, that I've been watching since this thing came out. I watch this probably once a year. I love it. I think it's got an absolutely incredible villain. It's got a lot of trigger warnings in there, but I just think it's so cozy. I love all these character actors that just kind of gather around for the biggest storm in the history of Maine, and everyone has to kind of come together, and they have to give this character something that he wants, and he'll go away. And of course it keeps getting worse, and the thing that he wants is like the worst thing you can possibly think of. It's absolutely incredible. It forces this whole town to make a decision: save yourself, save your brother, save your partner. It's crazy. I love it. A little dated maybe, but I still think it's damn good, and it's on Hulu right now. Coming in blistering with 2015's Bone Tomahawk. Listen, put down whatever you're doing right now and give yourself 2.5 hours to take an absolutely incredible ride on one of the most unrelenting traditional westerns ever. As Craig Zahler's Bone Tomahawk, man, fucks. It is so good. It's got some of the best gore. It's got Sid Haig. It's got Kurt Russell. It's got what's his name from Step Brothers, the dad, right? It's got a homeboy from Insidious. Is that Patrick Wilson? It's got so many great character actors, and it's got some of the most unbelievable storytelling, everything that this guy has to go through for his wife. And of course, we're dealing with like these people that live in these caves, and it's prehistoric. It is so effing cool. It's a cannibalistic western done right. The characters are very, very well developed. It's absolutely savage. If you like slow burn horror that suddenly becomes just impossible to look away from, Bone Tomahawk, man, put it on your list like right now, like yesterday. Don't tell anybody you haven't seen this. Watch Bone Tomahawk. Look, dude, Nicolas Cage has been on an absolute tangent when it comes to cosmic horror, weird psychedelic horror, man, Lovecraftian horror. It's my thing, man. And I'm telling you, I'm such a massive H.P. Lovecraft fan that when I heard that they were doing Color Out of Space, I tempered my expectations because I did not want to be disappointed. Well, let me tell you something, man. After a meteorite crashes into this family's isolated farmhouse, an unnatural color begins spreading across the land, changing the plants, changing the animals, changing everything that even lives there. Things get pretty bizarre, things get pretty damn disturbing, and everything becomes just fantastical with amazing practical effects, a great story, really almost like The Blob, or even, I'm going to say, The Thing in some spots. You can tell that it's definitely inspired by those films, that Rob Bottin. It's absolutely incredible. I think it's I think it's slept on, man. I think it's a really, really good horror film from, what was just a couple of years ago, man. I think if you haven't watched The Color Out of Space and you are craving something that's kind of like the From Beyond, this is going to scratch you where you itch. For sure. Check out The Color Out of Space.
Where are we going?
Almost there, bud.
It's possible you're noticing a theme, and when it comes to 2018s and the next couple of movies on this list, they're very serial killer, murder adjacent, even maybe thriller in some ways, and that's what we're talking about with 2018's The Clove Hitch Killer, which asks one terrifying question. What would you do if you started to suspect your own father might be a serial killer? Now, listen, is this movie perfect? It's not. Does it have an ending that's going to leave you a little bit just infuriated, or maybe even will, say, man, there's plot holes here. I got problems with this. How would they not notice he's gone here? What's wrong with this? There's things that are wrong with this film, but I think this is a very, very comfy, very, very cozy serial killer mystery thriller. I think that the dad in this movie, the actual parental figure, is absolutely traumatizing. He is so believable as a serial killer, man. This is one of the creepiest performances of his career. I think it's definitely worth checking out. The Clove Hitch Killer, if you haven't, man. Let me know what you think, man. I think you're going to have a really good time with this film.
I think about all the things I've done in my life without in any way resulting in punishment.
On and deeper down the rabbit hole we go with this film right here from Lars von Trier, The House That Jack Built. Listen, I don't even know if I want to play any clips to this film. This is an absolutely horrendous film to get through. There are a couple of scenes in this movie that have haunted me since I watched it. I think it's an incredible film. I think Antichrist is also just as good. I think that there are moments, though, that are going to disturb a lot. Parents especially. There is some major upsetting scenes in this film. I think it's absolutely unbelievable, but you're just going to have to see it for yourself. Matt Dillon does one of his best. Just listen, just watch The House That Jack Built. But I warned you. I'm also going to feel really bad if I don't at least honorably mention Boogeyman. That's my favorite Stephen King short story. Not the greatest movie, but kind of fun. Same with Another Lovecraftian, Suitable Flesh. Great movie. The Rule of Jenny Penn actually really also unnerved me. Watching John Lithgow and Jeffrey Rush just going at it in this nursing home. There's something so scary about getting old and just being bullied. That's just an incredible fucking movie, man. I actually really liked it. It's more of a drama than a horror. And then if you gotta have Late Night with the Devil, man. One of my favorite films of the last 5 years. Absolutely love that film. Love the behind the scenes, the reality TV stuff, the talk show stuff. And then we've talked a lot about Oddity, but that's also on there from Damian McCarthy. One of my favorite horror films. Check that out as well.
I've lost my mind.
Dude, seriously, Hulu has a great selection of horror gems, and I'm going to feel bad leaving out 5 or 6 more that I put on my list that I want to cover. Together's on there, Rose Red, right? No One Will Save You. There's a bunch of really good films on Hulu, but we're going to end it with the film that is nothing like the Disney classic, a film that absolutely blew me away last year. One of my favorite second sight releases on physical media, the 4K. Unbelievable. We're talking about, of course, The Ugly Stepsister. Now, listen, The Ugly Stepsister turns that fairy tale into a grotesque body horror extravaganza, a motherfucking nightmare, okay? The story follows Elvira. It's a tale as old as time, a young woman willing to endure increasing pain, disturbing procedures to compete with her beautiful stepsister and the prince's attention. All you need to know, this is a film that is subtitled. I want to say it's Danish or German. There's not a lot of dialogue. And what is it there? You can put up with it. Crazy costuming, right? Beautiful sets and unbelievable gore. Some of the stuff with the leeches and the parasites, the worms, the stuff she pulls out of her body. Unbelievable body horror, man. I'm telling you right now, I'm sweating. I'm thinking about it. It's so good. Obviously, you've got the shoe that's not going to fit, and she wants to prove that she's the more beautiful sister. So you can imagine where that's going. Just trust me, if you haven't seen The Ugly Stepsister, man, it's worth the cost of admission every time. I've watched it 4 or 5 times, and it came out last year. It's that good. I love it. I love you guys. Give me some more recommendations down there. Please like, comment, subscribe. Talk some shit down there, man. Let me know what you think about this list. I'm going to come back here beginning of next week. We got a bunch more stuff to do. I've got some reviews I got to do. I got the new Day of the Dead. I got the Bay of Blood I got to talk about. There's lots of stuff on the docket. Lots of new faces in here, man. If you're new, welcome. I love you too. Take care. Cheers.